Welcome to the Good Morning from the Chicken Coop podcast with Kim Johnson, your creative strategist and master mindset coach. Filled with inspiration, distinctions, perspectives, and possibilities, we help you to cultivate a mindset that leads you to create the best version of yourself you could ever imagine. Join Kim every morning from one of her favorite happy places, her chicken coop, along with all her chickens.
Hey, good morning from the chicken coop. So today I want to talk to you about lessons from the Buddha. And I think it's important to, whatever religion you are, wherever you are in the process, to all look at what everybody's learning and kind of pull the best and have all the little golden gems that you can from all the different practices. So over time, I will be bringing you little golden gems from all the great thought leaders, religious philosophers, all of them, because I think that all contribute to our well-being. But today I want to give you some thoughts from Buddhism and Buddha. And I want to remind everybody that Buddhism is not necessarily a religion. A lot of people believe it's a religion, but it's not a religion as much as it is a practice. A true Buddhist will tell you Buddhism is a practice. We practice. It's not a religion, but it is a way of thinking. It's a mindset. It is basically a practice. And why do they call it a practice? Well, because they don't believe that anything is ever mastered. Quite honestly, all the great people that I have ever studied under have all said the same thing. This is not about me getting somewhere and saying I'm a master at something. It says I practice. You know, I love that when the Dalai Lama was questioned once about meditating because it's such a Buddhist thing to do and how hard it is, he said, well, I think the greatest form of meditation is sleep. And everybody in the room was like, what? And yes, I think the greatest meditation is sleep because it's one that's designed for everybody to tap into right away, very organically in our life. And I think we forget and we take sleep as like unless you can't sleep and then you realize how important sleep is, we take sleep for granted. And it's really a beautiful way to rest your mind and go into a place of peace, as long as you're setting yourself up to win, not watching the news first and doing all those things. However, let me get back to this practice. So Buddhism really teaches us that we practice mindfulness throughout our life, meaning how we conduct ourselves, being very aware of our actions, our speech, our intentions throughout the way, even how we conduct ourselves in our work. What we do, are we aligned with what we think of ourselves as on a higher level? It's all part of a practice, the effort we put into things. Everything about it teaches that we should do things thoughtfully and in alignment. So why I wanted to bring this up today is I think that a lot of us feel fractured right now, and we don't feel like we're aligned with a lot of the stuff that we want to be and we want to have as an outcome, and we feel like we're behind. We feel like, oh gosh, I'm so far behind, I'm never going to get caught up, blah, blah, blah. This ideal of being in a state of practice has saved me so many nights of heartache I can't even express to you. Just doing this podcast, when I started it off, I got into my certainty girl and I was just like, oh, I can't launch it till this and I can't do this and and I had all these stories. And my coach, who happens to be Buddhist, was talking to me about the fact that, well, this is just practice right now. Let's just stop and pause and remember. And I was like, no, he's right. And I have many different resources that I go to, but why I choose that particular one and him is because I need to have this settling voice of just knowing there is no perfection. Everything is practice. We are all on a road of alignment and enlightenment to our higher selves. How we get there is different for every one of us, and we have to make space and have grace for everyone in the process of how they're doing it. And sometimes we look at it and we go, oh my God, what the hell is this person doing? But we have to say, okay, that's where that soul is. I've offered help. I've offered guidance. They choose not to take it. I can't force that. And when we release that and love them anyway, as Wayne Dyer always gracefully said, you can say, thank you for sharing. I understand. I love you anyway. and I'm still going to move on to this direction, which I just love the fact that I can let go of people in my life. I can send them love. I don't have to be angry with them, but I don't have to put energy to it. And this is part of the practice. This is part of accepting things where it is and not feeling behind, not feeling rushed, not feeling pressured, because that's not going to help us get anywhere. So today, I want you to start thinking really pointed thoughts about, am I being aligned with what my bigger outcomes are? Am I allowing myself to practice and take that thought in? Practice, 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 which is the essence of what everything that Buddhism teaches. The foundational piece of it is a practice, and we never get to our destination. Because truthfully, we're always refining our destination, because what we think we want along the way always shifts, and then we have to move a little bit, and we have to move a little bit. So it's always alignment and practice, alignment and practice, alignment and practice. And I want you to take that with your day, into your day and into your week, and see how that can affect your outcomes. See how that can make you feel better about things immediately, because I know it sure does for me. And this is all about me giving you tools that work for me and my clients, and giving them out to the world and letting them see them. So today, have fun looking at this and remembering this is a practice of how you see yourself, how you speak, how you look at the world, how you put your effort out there. Everything is a practice, and there's always room to get better, and there's always room to identify more. I hope you have a great day, my friends, and I will see you tomorrow.